more tonight about the next step in Longview ISD's search for a new superintendent. The district has chosen 5 finalists. Current superintendent James Wilcox is stepping down in December of 2025. The district has narrowed the search from 35 to 5 finalists. The Board of Trustees and the consulting firm say they were surprised at just how many people were interested.
They did say that this independent school district is a draw, and they were surprised from the, I guess, how far some of the resumes came from all over the United States, but they were not surprised about the excitement and the energy and the candidates wanting the opportunity to come lead our school district.
Now, Texas state law bars the board from revealing any information about the candidates until a lone finalist is announced. That's expected to happen mid-May.